Hey guys, what's up? It's Collegio. Today I wanted to talk about gerrymandering. You've probably seen in the news that there's this plot of Donald Trump and the Texas Republican legislature and the governor in order to manufacture new Republican congressional districts in California, cost the Democrats, and put Donald Trump and the Republicans in perpetual power in the U.S. House of Representatives. A lot of people are saying that this is sinister, that it's anti-democratic, that it's authoritarian, but I'm going to give an ultra-realist take on what's going on. And the truth, as it usually is, a little bit less dramatic than we might think and maybe a little bit more mundane than you might think. But first I want to give some background because gerrymandering is this topic. We talk about the word, we don't even know what it means. I want to give a little bit of background here. So in the United States, we have, of course, a bicameral legislature. We have the Senate where 2 senators are elected per state, and then we have congressional districts that are apportioned by population. So we have 435 of these in the United States. Each one has about 760,000 people in it. And the challenge here is that periodically these districts change. All right, so every 10 years, the US Census does a study to figure out where people are living, how many people live in a state. And one of the results of this is that sometimes there are areas that grow and areas that lose population, right? So the city of Nashville might gain 1 million people over 10 years at the expense of, the farmlands in northern Michigan or something like that. And then they have to figure out how to reapportion the congressional districts. Maybe Michigan loses a seat, maybe Tennessee gains a seat because of all the growth in Nashville, that type of thing. Now, one of the challenges here is that philosophically, you have to think about what makes a good congressional district? And unfortunately, the Constitution doesn't really provide any guidance on that. It just says that the states have to determine what those lines are going to look like and how the congressional districts are going to look. So there could be a theory that, okay, say there's a city that has 761,000 people in it. Maybe the congressional district should just cover that city. But then there's another thought, which is that, well, no, maybe you should cut the city in half. This way it's representing both urban people, suburban people, exurban people, and some farm people, right? Or some outdoors people. Is that a better way to cook it up? There are some people that believe that you should draw the congressional lines in order to encourage minority representation, right? So make black majority or majority minority districts in order to make sure that Black Americans or Hispanic Americans or Asian Americans have a better chance of getting elected. That's a theory. The Supreme Court has ruled on that. I could do 10 videos on that, but I don't want to. And then there's another idea, which is just that, well, if a state roughly has half the people are Republican, half the people are Democrat, then maybe half of the congressional districts should be Republican and half the congressional districts should be Democrat, right? There's no real hard philosophical backing for this. All there is the rules that the states need to come up with these lines. Okay, so how do we come up with the term gerrymandering? Well, back in the early 19th century, there was a governor of Massachusetts named Elbridge Gerry. Not Jerry, but Gerry. He later became president